dive straight on in. So we're going to go straight into Groove Pages here. And what I'm going to do, just to make this video shorter, I've already done a video called how to build an opt-in funnel within Groove Pages, and this is here. So if I edit or open that, so I'm going to link now to that video so you can go and watch that video just to create the opt-in page here, okay? And instead of going to a thank you page, we're going to send them then to an upsell page where we're going to sell them a product. So I hope that makes sense. So let's come out of there. So instead of me just starting from the beginning and building out this opt-in page, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of finish it off with a footer, etc. And I'm just going to pretty much copy everything across from my actual opt-in page. And probably make that a bit smaller. Copy all of that, centralize it, and let's make it 10, 12, make it 14, okay. And if we're going to be advertising on Facebook as well, I'm just going to drop down a couple of lines and same thing. I'm just going to drop that down to, what did we do, 14. Okay, and this bit here, I'm just going to delete these. Looks like I've got to delete those one by one. I didn't see a separate, no, it's all in one section, so I'm going to have to delete those one by one. And the reason we're deleting those, we don't want those, we don't want it being called a squeeze page, we want to squeeze them to give us their name and email. We don't want to be able to give them a chance to escape. So I'm just going to work on the spacing here and here. Just, it was a bit too big, and I'm just going to change, I'm in the block, so I'm just going to change the color. Oh, sorry, I clicked on the container. Let's make sure I'm clicking on the block. Yeah, block. Okay, now I'm going to match that colour up to the colour that I've got on the blue booklet, but for now that's fine. I'm just going to move this across a little bit as well, which looks like we already did. Okay, and let's just make that a little bit, oh sorry, that's the container. Yeah, so I did edit these, so let me just go into this. Layout 2 of 2. Okay, and let's just reduce that spacing above and below a little bit. Okay, pretty sure we'd created a pop-up here. We didn't really edit that very well, so let's just come in here. So you can watch the previous video I did on how to build an opt-in funnel, which builds this, and I'm just doing some modifications on here because I did it really quickly. I'm just going to give a little bit of spacing on the sides. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to add our upsell page. I'm going to hide this for now, and I'm going to add a new page. You know what? I think I'm going to go for a blank canvas to build my upsell page. So let's start out with some blocks. I'm just going to start out with the top section, and I'm just going to build it out as we go. I'm not going to build out the entire sales page, but I'll give you an understanding of how that will look. I'm just going to go and change the heading. And I'm going to change that there. I'm going to change the color of the text because I'm going to change that background. So I want that on 2 lines. That's about right. Let me come out of the text. So you can see obviously that that's disappeared. Background. And I'm actually just going to grab the color. So I'm just copying this page out of my Clickfunnels account. A great little tool at the top here called Colorzilla. It's a Google Chrome plugin or app. I can't remember what they're called. So I can click page. So I can hover on any part of the page now, and you can see it up here changing. And I want that color there, and that's copied to my clipboard. I'm just going to drag that back over here. And where were we? So I want to change the background color. Click into here and paste that color in and click the little button there. Boom. And obviously I want to space that out a little bit. So I want to give a little bit of room above and below. Oh, sorry, not that one. Keep doing that. Perfect. So first block done. So now I need my headline. And you see I'm using the wireframes here, but I could easily go into any of these sections and grab what I want. But for now, I just find it easier just to kind of build it from scratch. So I want the headline to go in here. So I'm going to go and grab an element. Again, a headline. I'm going to centralize that again. Obviously my headline is going to be much bigger. Probably about right. Okay, that'll do for now. Again, this isn't about making everything perfect. I just want to show you how simple and easy things are inside of Groove Pages to build out these things. So let's come into wireframes again. And in fact, you know what? I'm just going to come into elements. I'm just going to add another row of text. Just going to centralize that. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to add a video. Where's my video? Let's just grab a YouTube. Okay, I probably wouldn't want that as big as it is. So I'm probably just going to put some spacing around the outside. Not actually sure if that's okay. It's still too big, but we'll play with that in a bit. And now another row of text. So I don't want that bold. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't bold. Okay, that's fine. And then I've got a larger section of text. Because this is an upsell, you'll see in a second, this has got a 93% off. It's a one-time offer. Oh, sorry, got a bit too quick for it there. I do want to bold that. I do want it central, and I do want it to be nice. And oh, didn't click central. And I'm going to just space that out a little bit. I'm just going to have a little bit of space above. Don't want it too close. Okay. Now I want to add a button. I keep going past the buttons. There it is. Boom. Now they did talk about having a simpler way of centralizing the buttons, etc., but it doesn't look like they've added it yet. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's sizing. No, none of this is new, but that's fine. So let's just look at the spacing. Let's try and get that over to the middle. Actually, you know what I've done before, just to, until they fix this again, we are in early stages. I'm just going to grab a block, a wireframe, empty, and I'm just going to grab a 3-section, 3-column, whatever you call it, and dump it there, and then I'm going to put my button in the middle. Okay, so now I can space that a bit better. I don't know why it doesn't. Yeah, it's strange. Anyway, so I'm going to get instant access, and that is going to link to another page which I haven't got set up yet. Yeah, we've already got that as white. Background color, I want that as red. Oh, that's the hover color. I should have changed that around the other way. So let me put the background color as red, and then I can have the hover color. I'm just going to enlarge that a little bit. Okay, so that's about middle. I'm just going to enlarge that a little bit more. And reduce that spacing again. Okay, so it's okay for now. It's not perfect, but, and I'm just going to add in here a headline, or a headline 2 would be fine. I am going to change the colour of this next section just so it stands out, which I'll do in a moment. Sorry, I'm being too quick. I want that to be a little bit bigger. It's not bad. So again, same thing, I want to space that out, and I want to change the colour. So let's space that a little bit, top and bottom. Okay. Background, it's the same thing. I'm going to drag my page over here just so you can see. I'm going to use my little Chrome page colour picker. Click on that. Boom, into my never seen it like that before. Okay, so I don't know if the spacing disappeared there or it just wasn't enough. Let's go there. I just want to underline that. Okay. So now we're going to add a smaller section of text. Let's go with H3. So I'm going to keep that as, actually yeah, I'm going to keep that as left. I'm going to probably make it about an 18. Not sure why it's got 2 lines in between. It's probably just where I copied it from Clickfunnels. But that section I do want to have some spacing. It just looks a bit too weird being too up to the edge like that. Oh, hang on. So let me just click on. Maybe I need to highlight all of it before I space it. And just save that. And obviously we can preview this at each step. So I need some spacing above here. The video's too big, so I'd shrink that down. This all looks fine. That's too close to that. I'd want that a bit higher. Yeah, so you can see also that's now removed all of those lines between there. Oh, you can see where it's obviously updated. And let's see if that will allow us to space on the left here. In fact, I should have probably done that the same both sides, just so it doesn't. Oh. And then let's just increase that down a little bit. I don't like things being too cluttered. And what did we say? We said that this whole section, I didn't like the button being. So let's just. Better. Okay, so now I'm going to add some bullet points. So obviously keep saving as you go. So let's go in and grab in our elements. Of course, I forgot you have to edit this over here. So if I remember rightly, you have to do one at a time. Let's just take that out of there. Click update and let's go into the design. So the text needs to be a little bit bigger. About there is fine. And I'm going to semi-bold that. Let's just have a look. See, I want a tick on there. I wonder if it will give me the ability to. No. Text, border space, and custom shadow sizing. Let me go back. There was different versions. So we've got an icon list there, list container. you know what, for now it's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate that, or clone that, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to click into that one and paste the next bullets I had, get rid of that. That's better. Okay. And obviously I'm going to shrink these up as well. So let's clone that. Let's go back in here. I might as well just copy them one at a time from my sales page, save me messing around inside of here. And let's copy the last one, update. Yeah, it's just being slightly glitchy, but that's fine. I'm just going to drag this one down now. You can see that I'm more used to working inside of Clickfunnels over the last 5 or 6 years, because I click back on the actual page, which is kind of what you do in Clickfunnels, whereas here you obviously have to delete that little side section. So again, we would shrink these up maybe. Now I want another section of text the same size, so I might as well just click on here and clone that. So I want to click on that. See, it goes away too quickly, that clone section, but don't worry, that's fine. Yeah, it does. So I'm just going to try and remember what this was. Text to. I don't believe there's a way of cloning over here. No. Okay. Pretty sure it was a H2, so I'm just going to dump that down here. And I'm going to grab that next section of text. Doesn't look like it was. It's very strange. Not sure why that is gone to a different size. Just going to copy it in again, just so it makes sure it's the same size. Don't actually remember what size. Looks a bit too big now. Oh, okay, cool. So that's that bit done, and then we move on to the next section, different color. So I'm going to grab another block, just bring in a simple, as I said again, a nice little wire frame. Okay, and I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to bring in a headline. And I'm going to copy that headline. I'm not sure why it's doing that. So I'm just going to centralize that again. Okay. So now we've got some bullets. So I might as well just copy this and clone it and drag that down. Just for the speed of the video. In fact, sorry, I've copied all of those bullets. I'm just gonna, right, let me copy that one first, and then I just want to space out a little bit better. So that's copied that one. Now I just want to change the spacing at the top there, just to give it a bit of room. Okay, so let's dump these bullet points in here. Okay, so let's quickly fire through these. Let's just clone that. Let's clone that one instead then. So I didn't want to clone that one because I put the spacing at the top, but that's fine. We'll just remove the spacing. Take that back to 0, whatever it was. Configure. Boom. I'm not sure why that doesn't look exactly. Let's just save that as well. And I've got 2 more of those, and as well. Okay, so now on my sales page I've got a button. Let me see if it'll allow me to clone that section just so we don't have to mess with that. That's great. Then obviously I would have, I would have fixed that first so that I got it perfect, but because it's just a training video, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to drag this down here and dump that there. So that's our next button there. And then we've got an entire section with an image. So I'm just going to drag that down here. And I'm just going to add that image here. Transparency, I don't know why it looks like the image is not showing. Let's save that and see if that previews. So let's have a quick look where we're at. So someone's just downloaded the free training, so it's telling them straight away here that they're going to get that in their inbox. I'm pretty sure yeah, okay. I do some underscores, etc. over there, but that's fine. So I might put a bit more spacing at the top here. If they scroll down, they can click to purchase straight away. The spacing, obviously I spaced this over here. I didn't space this, so I need to space that across. Yeah, so it's not showing that. Oh, yeah, it is showing there. So I wonder if it just needs me to add an element. So what I might do is just drag this in here instead. Drag that there. And then just get rid of this. That gives me the background, and then just switch out the background. Boom. That makes it a bit easier. Awesome. So I'm just going to get rid of this down here now. It doesn't need to be that big, but just for the simplicity of this, I just want to leave it as it is. And then we've just got a text block, which again is going to be in that blue. Oh, don't know why that did that. I must have let it go too soon. So background, I want that same blue, which is probably in my clipboard. Son of a gun. Just going back over to my other screen, to my color picker. Okay, so I just want some text in here. I want to centralize that, and I want to make that quite big, bigger. Perfect. And I just want to space that out a little bit. Top and bottom again. No, wrong one. I've done that twice now. In fact, that text is a bit too big. Let's bring it down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do module 1. So let's do the next block, and of obviously what's covered in this training. There's no point in me just doing each individual section slowly but surely. I'm just going to drop that in there. Centralize that, and let's put some spacing above it. I'm starting to learn now. Oh. No, too much. Okay, so elements. Paste that in, same thing, let's centralize. You can see there's a pattern coming on here. I don't think that was already bolded, no, that's cool. 32, it's cool. And then again, I've got some bullet points down below here, and then I go into module 2, module 3, etc. And then there's a buy button at the bottom. So just to make sure that this video isn't too long, what I'm going to do now is just preview that there. We know some of the things we'll edit, so everything here looks fine as an upsell. The video is going to play in and set and tell them what they can purchase right now at this special 93% off, and that will obviously be linked up to the order page. These will be spaced out a little bit better, and the same here. And that button's got no spacing below it, so I'd have some white spacing below that. Let's quickly just fix that. So it's going to, actually no, I'm going to do it down below the whole container. Let's preview again. So that's better. Oh, sorry, it was that one. This is too big, so I'd shrink this down. I only want this to be about that big. So it's just a little bit of a break up in between the text, so it's not too boring. And then now we're going into what the group coaching code shows. So it'll be module 1, module 2. So I'll show you on here. So this goes into, so you can see here how just it breaks up the page. So now we're into module 1, module 2, and then another little break up, module 3. And then we're into the special. So again, I'm not going to sit here and build this in the entire thing out. It seems, I don't want it to be too long. I think that what I'll do now is come back in here and let's create a very quick order page. So let's just re-edit that. Okay. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to complete this inside of Groovepages so that you can have this once we can start sharing funnels. But also I'll add, I'll create a second video to add the order page, and then I'll show you how it all links together. So watch out for that upcoming video where I'm going to show you how to build an order page. And put any comments down below for any challenges or issues you've had creating pages inside Groovepages, and let us know any other videos we can shoot for you so that we can give you the tutorials you need. And make sure you obviously subscribe and click the bell for all of our upcoming Groovepages tutorials. And as I say, I'll try and do the next video where we're going to create the order page to follow this one, so you can then have a complete opt-in through to upsell, through to order page, through to thank you page inside of Groovepages. So look out for that video soon.